YouTube. Welcome back to another episode of Reactor Radio. We are here once again with the host, Anthony Knight. How you doing, man?
What's happening?
What's happening? And I'm your main host, DemonkillerScorp, and we also got a very special guest today, Mercury Reacts. How you living, Mercury?
Yeah. What's up, everybody? I'm Mercury Wolf. Hello.
Yes, yes. There goes that epic howl.
Yes.
So here's the deal, guys. Just to clarify why we didn't have an episode last week, let me just explain real quick. Last week we had the epic reactor scheduled, but we ran into some technical difficulties. Unfortunately, we weren't able to reschedule him this week, so we're going to try to reschedule him on a further date. But today, I have my good friend Mercury here today. I just collaborated with her on my channel. We got future collaborations planned, so that'll be dope. And let's get into it. All right, so Merc, you started your channel April 7th, 2016. Why don't you tell the fans and everybody?
Wow. Was that when it was?
Yeah, that is exactly when it was. That's what your YouTube channel says, at least in the About Me. So why don't you tell the fans how exactly Mercury Reacts was created? Like, what inspired you to become a reactor?
Okay, so Mercury Reacts, it was like a long time coming. It was so funny because a year prior, I was watching Emergency Awesome. I feel like maybe most reactors know about Emergency Awesome because he's kind of like on another level, but he reviews, he doesn't really react, but he reviews. So I was just watching everything he had to say about Game of Thrones and like my favorite comic book movies, like the movies that were going to come out, like Civil War and everything, whatever, because that was like 2015. And I was like obsessed. I was obsessed, like all of us nerds. And one of my bandmates was like, you should do that. And I like gave him the ugliest look. And I was just like, that is the stupidest idea. I was like, no one is gonna want to hear what I have to say. I don't know what I was thinking or whatever, but like, I just thought it was the stupidest idea. And then like, it stayed with me, like when someone plants a seed that just won't like die. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad it never died. And I don't know, it took like a whole year really for like around Game of Thrones, when Game of Thrones came back in season. I was like, all right, I don't know, I want to start telling people what I think or whatever. But it was really more about me flexing that part of your brain that just like, I was an English major once upon a time, so I had to do this all the time, but like flexing that part of your brain that just really breaks stories apart, analyzes them, tries to figure out what's going to happen next and everything. So funny that's what brought me to reacting.
Wow.
That's funny.
Okay. All right, cool. So is there, are there other reactors, like maybe the big four that you might watch, like Akasan, Tyrone, Gator Martin, other reactors that maybe you watch on a constant basis or no?
Yeah, well, so before I became a reactor, I guess I had like stumbled upon Tyrone Magnus. I guess that's kind of like the first one anyone ever finds, but it was like an accident that I found him and I was like, what? I couldn't understand. I couldn't believe, not understand. I couldn't believe that like I could really do that.
Right.
So I thought that was really cool. And then from there, just kind of, because for a long time, it was just anybody who was doing Game of Thrones that I was pretty much fixated on. But when the season ended around, I think it was June. Yeah. I think it was July. It was like, whatever, the early summer, the season ended. It was like, okay, now what? And I thought I was going to start reviewing like other series like Marco Polo, or like I thought I was going to get really like, English majorly, like about these kind of things. And instead it was like, Comic-Con came in and it was like all these these rushing of new trailers and new exciting reveals and everything. And it just like, it caught a hold of me. And like, I couldn't shake it after that. And then that's when I reacted to the Justice League trailer and the Wonder Woman trailer. And then from there, I kind of continued all throughout the summer.
Awesome, awesome. Now, you also have a second channel, Mercury Wolf, that some people know about, but a lot of the other audience don't know about. That is the channel that you upload a lot of your talent, mainly musical talent. Do you want to talk about a little bit about that and what inspired you to do that as well?
Right. So that was always the reason for the season, like why I was always on YouTube to begin with, because I had that channel, because I am a musical performance artist. That is my day job, night job, everything job. When I'm sleeping, when I'm awake, like everything, like it's like my whole reason. And so Mercury Wolf is my main channel, and there you can find music videos, and you can find a series called Wolf Wednesdays, which is like me expressing myself creatively. And it started out more as therapy for myself to get back into the groove of things after a little short break. And then like now I'm finally like talking about like, I don't want to say the word finally, because it almost seems like you're ungrateful for the whole time of the process. I'm not ungrateful at all. The process was necessary. But like now I'm talking about the really heart of the story that is Mercury Wolf of the Wolf Dynasty. Like that's my whole thing or whatever. And it's a mythology, and it's high fantasy, and it's intergalactic, and it's just really far out, and I love it so much, and I'm so happy that I'm able to share it with everyone now. And my gems, that's what I call my fandom, they're loving it. They're just like so excited that it's finally out, because they kind of had a whiff of it, this whole time or whatever. So I'm really, really excited, and I'm already working on the production for the next couple videos coming up, like, because the series already started. So that's like my whole thing. But I'm also a huge nerd, a huge geek, and I love geek culture and I love nerd culture. Oh yeah, Screen Junkies is another big one. But so that's why I react, and that's why I like to make friends with other geeks, because life is more complete that way.
Awesome, awesome. So, Aunt, before we continue, do you have any? I'm sure you got some questions for her.
Definitely. I'm very curious to know how you got the name Mercury Wolf.
Okay. All right. So Mercury, really funny. Mercury is totally me in every sense of the word, minus the toxic, because we all know about that part. But anyway, so basically, as you can imagine, for my name, I'm into astrology. I'm also into numerology. I'm into all the ologies, really. I think everything out there that is available for like knowledge, I think it's useful, and I think it's purposeful, and I think everything has something to teach us. But anyway, I love astrology so much, and Mercury in astrology rules Gemini, and it rules Virgo, and I have in my natal chart like 5 aspects in Gemini. And I'm sorry if someone doesn't know what that means, but basically there's a lot of Gemini energy in my astrological makeup. And so that's one angle. And then in numerology, Mercury is synonymous with the number 5, and my number, my life number, is number 5.
Ah,
Interesting.
okay, very interesting. So you're very passionate about intelligence and learning new things through.
Absolutely, which is another another aspect of Mercury, and then in mythology, Mercury, who's also known as Hermes, is the messenger to the gods. Right? Receives the messages from the sun, which is to say God, the voice of God, the all-knowing, the all-seeing, the source of energy, where we get our source of power and everything. Gives the messages to Mercury. Mercury turns and delivers the messages to, in this case, her brother and sisters, which are the other planets, right? So like in every sense of the word, you're looking at Mercury incarnate. So at some point in my life, I had a mentor, and she pointed that out to me, and that was it. I was reborn as Mercury. And then Wolf comes from my connection to, or I don't know if connection's the word, but like how much I resonate with the culture of wolves. They're like outright, like their purpose on Earth, like how they function in the forest, how they're like Earth's, you know how they always talk about New York's finest, like the police are New York's finest or whatever.
Right.
Wolves are nature's finest. You know what I mean? Like they keep the checks and balances in the forest and everything or whatever. And there's no nonsense there. And they like to get rid of the excess, trim the fat kind of thing or whatever. And so they have like such a like profound purpose. And I really connect with that. Also the way the family organization works, how there's like a lot of love. There's a lot of them. They all take care of each other. They take care of the old. They take care of the young.
Yes.
Like I resonate with all of that. And then when it came to adding it to my name, it was like, well, hold up. I am a human. So my name's going to be Wolf, as in the German spelling with 2 Fs, not Wolf the animal. I'm not an animal. I'm a human. And my name is Lady Mercury Wolf. Thank you.
Nice. Yeah. Wolves definitely don't fuck around. Definitely.
Yeah, you don't mess with wolves.
Yeah, definitely. They do take care of their own too. So that is definitely true. And I always wanted to say this during our collaboration, but Merc, I have to say that I really respect the fact that the search for intelligence and knowledge is something that you're very passionate about, and I admire that a lot.
Thank you.
No problem.
That's what's up.
So Ant, any more questions before I continue on with mine?
Well, I'm guessing that you howl because of your name. Unless it's like another purpose that you do it for, or is it just because you have wolf at the end of your name?
You're asking me why I howl?
Yes.
Yeah, so the howling is something I learned from my, wolf counterparts in the forest. And it's a practice that I haven't given up. It feels good too. It's a nice release.
Okay.
And it's a good way for me to find people who also resonate with that kind of, that kind of energy, the wolf energy or the pack energy. You don't necessarily have to think of yourself as the wolf to be a part of the wolf pack. Just like someone who just really resonates with that kind of like, it could be like, how lions like the pride and everything, whatever. It could just be a person who just really resonates with that family organization.
Okay.
I get it perfectly. Yeah, you basically get really inspired about regarding wolves, right? The way they live and the way they treat each other.
Yeah.
I get that. Okay,
Nice.
so
I think Billy would like her.
I'm sorry, what was that at?
I said I think Billy would like her. Billy like wolves.
Why is Billy's favorite animal the wolf or what?
Yeah, remember when he was on Reactor Radio, we asked him about that wolf
Oh
picture?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he said a fan made it for him, and because they found out that he likes wolves. So I just thought about it.
I think Billy would like you a lot because he has a thing for wolves as well. All right, so I want to ask you another question regarding your music. What artists do you listen to? What type of music do you listen to, and who inspired you to get into to singing?
I listen to a lot of different types of music and artists from different eras of time. What inspired me to get into music? The first time I laid my eyes on a piano, I didn't know that these things existed. Before then, I think I was 5. I saw it. I saw that someone was playing it. I pointed at it and I was like, Mom, I need one. And then she said something like, okay, when you're 7. I don't know why she said that. But anyway, I just remember like waiting till I was like 2 years, for me to get. And then once I had one, it was like, I don't know. It was this kind of thing that you can't really, because, I didn't know anything about the world. I just knew that. Oh. And I also knew that I loved to dance. That was something else that I did at 5. I taught myself how to dance. And then I was always singing at church with my friends at church, but they all thought that my voice wasn't that good. So that they, you know, to be like a solo, I was only good at harmonizing or something. So, you know, they're just like, whatever, you're not a singer. And I love that. I love that they didn't think I was a singer because I'm a singer now.
Exactly.
That's hilarious.
See. Hold on. To the viewers who watch these videos, before we started this stream, me and Ant were going back and forth, and I was trying to tell him that if he wants to, he could practice. He can get better over time at rapping. And look at Mercury is a clear indication of that, Ant. It's a clear indication. The story she just told us. People used to tell her that she was not a singer, but look what she's doing now, boy. She took practice, and she, you know, took that as inspiration.
I get that.
And now she's an amazing singer. Come on now.
She had a passion from it from day one, from when they told her that, you know, basically that they was telling her that she wasn't good enough. She had the passion to keep going and to better herself, and now look at her. So I get that.
And what are you saying that you can't build that passion? Are you trying to say that you can't develop that passion?
I don't see it.
Why do you want him to be a rap artist so badly?
No, I don't want him to be a rap artist. I just want him to try new things, and maybe over time he can unlock and discover.
Well, that makes me want to interview Ant right now. Ant, what are you passionate about?
Oh, damn! Is Mercury taking control of the show? All right, go for it.
You said, what am I passionate about?
Yeah, Ant. What are your passions, bruh?
My passions. Have I even been asked that question before? That's a good ass question.
Merc putting you on the spot, boy.
She really did. Shit, what am I passionate about? Now I feel terrible.
Damn, man.
Well, I mean, is there something like that gets you like super excited, more excited than anything else on this planet or world or whatever?
Yeah, the kid comes out of me when it comes to superhero movies.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Hey, that Superman though. That Superman get you hyped though.
You already know.
But what about the superhero gets you excited? Do you like the illustrations? Do you like the storytelling? Do you just like being a kid watching it? That's it.
Actually, all the above. I like the well, depending on how it's like drawn, like comic book wise. I like the illustrations. I love a good storytelling. I'm also the type of person where I like twists and turns in a story.
Yeah.
Like especially one of those that you just don't see coming. I love stuff like that.
That was me with the Flash, bruh. When you got me into the Flash. Oh, by the way, I finished season 2, dog. I'm gonna have to talk to you about that later. that shit was fucking nuts. That shit was fucking nuts.
But I tried to warn you.
I did not see that coming at all, bruh.
What do you do? I'm sorry to cut you off. What do you do, Ant, like regularly in between the movies that come out? Because they don't come out all day. What do you do to be like, I'm going to fulfill myself, I'm going to bring myself to joy, like, I love this?
I will either pick up comics or I will watch, I'll watch something, whether it's a TV show, whether it's like anime, like I'll find something to give me that excitement because I just like epic shit. Like as long as something's epic.
I have a question because I'm looking at your face right now and it's like telling me things. So like, well, you know, my name is Mercury. So anyway, have you ever considered like, or have you ever had an interest, or have you been curious about like acting?
Ooh. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, now she really putting you on the spot, boy.
Not really, but I will admit that um, doing certain things for the skit that I have does intrigue me.
Get that light versus dark, bruh. That
Yeah,
light versus dark skit you do. Like you're a tremendous actor, dog. Why don't you pursue that?
I, I guess I could. I mean,
You definitely could. So, all right. So I'm gonna wrap this right now. Now we've identified that there's a possibility. See, what happens is people who love entertainment a lot,
mhm,
chances are they want to entertain somebody,
Yep.
I can see that.
right? And so you're already in the Reactor League and all that and whatever. So you're already kind of trying to entertain people. I mean, that's already what you're doing.
True.
So I would say to really identify what your passion is, since you're not totally clear on that right now,
Mhm.
because you can't say you're passionate about acting. You don't know that. You have no idea. You can say, well, it sounds like a good idea, maybe it'll work out, but you can never know that you're passionate about something until after you like literally sweat and maybe bleed for it.
Yep.
I agree with you on that.
So I would say, as an encouragement, an encouraging word, I would say keep pursuing skits and like keep using YouTube in any way, or like all these mediums in any way, shape, or form for you to like really flex your outward ant. So in other words, your expression towards others, so your voice towards others, so that you can really fine tune in every sense of like the director perspective, the writer perspective, the actor perspective and stuff like that, and really like identify what aspect of entertaining do I just absolutely love and I'm willing to put that extra like 40 hours in.
Amen.
I could definitely
Amen to
do
that.
that. Because I will admit, like my light versus dark skit, ever since the last one that I did, because the last one that I did, I actually had to write that one out. Like I actually had to write that story.
Wow.
The very first one I did, even though Demon did not believe me when I first told him this, the very first one I did it off the top. Like I had an
I still
idea.
don't believe you. No, that shit was too fucking crazy. You had to have written some of that shit.
I didn't write any of it. Okay. I had the idea of light versus dark, a basic
You a
idea of what I
damn
wanted
lie.
to do. I had a basic idea of what I wanted to do and how I wanted it to be. So I literally just cut the camera on. Well, I cut my phone on, and I started recording. And I recorded it from beginning to end. The way that the skit is done from beginning to end, that's exactly how I recorded it.
Wow, that's cool.
So it literally took me like 3 days to finish it. So
That's cool. And that's part of that process, like learning, like even as editors, I'm sure you've noticed, like you started editing one way and then you realize like you can do it a little shorter.
yeah, my editing definitely has changed since I first started.
You know, I will say this though, Ant. Like, I will say that my mixtape, No Fucks Given, I don't, just to clarify to the fans, that is pretty much complete. I just need a few people to send their verses and vocals back, and then after that I'll be uploading it soon. And I'll be dropping that soon. But I've noticed that when creating it, and the way I can relate to you as far as your film skit is that I didn't know what I was doing at first either.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew that I wanted to create a Reactor's mixtape. I didn't know how I was going to go about it. I didn't know anything like that. But as I started doing it, I started to get a bigger and much bigger and bigger picture until it became a masterpiece.
Right.
You get me? So I don't necessarily believe that, all your skit was unwritten because it's too much talent incorporated into that skit for me to believe that. But I will say, in a way for me to relate, I do see where you're coming from as far as things become a much bigger dream and a much bigger picture as you go along.
Yeah, yes, definitely. Because with the second one, with episode 2, that one I had to write out because it was more detail, and I even had somebody featured in it, so I had to write that one out.
Can
But
someone link me, please? Like, I gotta see this after our.
Yeah, we can link you, definitely, and it's gonna blow your mind. I'm telling you that right now, Merc. The storyline is just gonna blow you away.
What? I can't wait.
Yes.
I really can't.
Yes, it involves the whole Reactor verse too. So that's what's crazy. And now,
Oh, wow.
now, Ant, with part 3, you have even more reactors that you got to incorporate in it, boy.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yo, that uncertainty
Yo.
during creation.
Oh, Ant, hold up. I got to message you, dog. I got a perfect. Hold up. I got an idea. All right, good. Continue, Merc.
That uncertainty during creation is like so like it's so the icing of the cake. It's really that moment when you have faith, like, because it's uncertain. You're like, I don't know where this is going. I don't know what's going on here, but I just gotta like do it. And some of the best stuff come out of that, Like some of the biggest YouTubers, for example, they tell you every time, they're like, like, I had no idea it was going to be like this. Like,
That's so very true, because when I first started my Light versus Dark, I had no idea where it was going. Like, I just made that one part, that one episode, and I had no idea where it was going to go after that. So then when I finally sat down and I wrote out episode 2, like, I've just been writing it episode by episode. It's only 2 episodes in, and episode 2 is broken down into 2 parts. So when I wrote it, I literally wrote the ending of it not knowing what was gonna happen. Like, a lot of people ask me, like, yo, what's gonna happen at that, what's gonna happen in the next episode? And a lot of people would think that I would just lie and say I don't know, but the truth is I really don't know, because I didn't write it out. Now I can say that I know, because I'm currently writing episode 3, which I'm like 85% done.
Hey.
That's a good feeling.
So
yeah, and you should really take Merc's advice about continuing to practice that and pursue that, and who knows, maybe over time you might just discover that this is a passion of yours that you might want to continue doing and pursue bigger dreams in.
this is so very true. That's so very true.
Okay, so Merc, I gotta ask. As far
I'm sorry.
I want to get back into your music, your music inspiration. Are you planning to? Because I remember you talking about how you're creating music right now as we speak. Are you creating a whole album right now?
Yeah. Eventually, it'll be packaged as an album, but I'm not focusing on it as an album right now. I'm focusing on it as excuse me. Woo! Oh, catch my breath. Okay. I am focusing it on as, like, basically you saw the first part, the moon. That's the first part. That's how I'm focusing it. That's how I'm going to be introducing each of the tracks that are like zodiac based, astrological based, or whatever. I'm going to be introducing them through the story of the Wolf Dynasty saga.
Okay. Awesome. I look forward to that. Definitely, and I'll be checking it. And again, to the fans, if you guys haven't checked her out, make sure you look up Mercury Reacts. That's her reaction channel. She has a second channel, Mercury Wolf. That's where you could find a lot of her musical talent. And yeah.
And dancing, right?
Oh yeah. Let's talk about your dancing too, because I ain't trying to like boast too much, but I ain't gonna lie. When you were shaking it a little bit, kind of got me hooked. So where did you develop these dancing skills, girl?
So yeah, like I sort of mentioned earlier, I was 5 years old, and I was watching a commercial on TV in a Latin channel, and back when I was young, on like these Spanish networks or whatever, they would have like these commercials for like a new song coming out, right? And it'd be like merengue or something like that. And then I would see I would see these girls in little skirts dancing merengue. I'm like 5 years old. I'm watching this and I'm like, I can do that. And I stood up and I pretty much did it. And then from then I just kept teaching myself how to dance by watching other people. And I would pick it up so quickly. It was like everybody was like, they were like, what the hell? Who taught you? How did this happen? Like
so
it was something like that. Yeah.
so you're more of like a visual learner.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Oh wow.
That's why I think that's why I resonate with film and video and TV and anything visual so much, because it's like, that's how I see the world.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I can
Well,
completely understand that.
You have any questions, Ant?
No, I was just agreeing, like I can understand that because it's like you can see something, especially if you see something in the genre of something that you're passionate about or that you have an interest in, you can like I believe that your mind, or I believe that you will already start to pick up on certain stuff just because you have an interest in it, and that can make your passion grow. Because ever since we've been talking about passion, and we started talking about acting and storytelling, I was thinking about it, and
Right.
I was thinking that all these like superhero stuff that I like to watch, or even like animes that I like to watch, if it intrigues me enough and is epic in my eyes, I can take ideas from that story and incorporate it with something that I'm writing.
Exactly.
Not so much like take the idea, but mold it into my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Definitely. Mercury, I got a question. What are you more passionate about, singing or dancing?
Ooh.
And then I have a follow-up question after that.
It's like you're asking a mother who of her children does she love more?
Oh, it's like that. Okay, so
That's
you
what it
love them.
feels like. That's what it feels like. Yeah.
Okay. So, are you connected with anybody like because I know that a lot of reactors, kind of like Tyrone Magnus and, other reactors like, Brianna from Phantom Reactions. I know she's going to school and I'm pretty sure she's connected. Are you connected to anybody in the industries as far as music or dancing is concerned, that might help you pursue that career goal?
Well, actually, I was on the road with my bandmate Pluto for like 3.5 years. We went to Atlanta, New York, Houston, LA.
Oh, wow, you went on tour then.
Yeah, well,
Oh, wow.
it was called a tour, but we were pretty much just like living on the road. And we went to LA. We went to San Fran briefly, but we were in LA for like 2 months. Anyway, everywhere we went, we met somebody in the industry, and they gave us like right away. They were like, "Yeah, you're exactly what we look for," kind of a thing or whatever. But nobody wanted to take advantage of me. They wanted to give me like sound advice, like, "You need this, you need that," and then come back and talk to us. So that was cool. So we came back home, which is Miami. And we've been developing some things so that we can get back out there and be like, okay, ready.
Okay, awesome. So awesome. So you're already connected in some way, shape, or form, so that way you could escalate to the next level in life as far as that career goal. So that's good. And I really admire the fact that you're really chasing after your real dreams.
Yeah, there's no plan B for me.
Awesome.
Okay.
So, and do you have any other questions or?
Did you guys know that I'm also a filmmaker?
No, I did
No?
not. But why don't you talk about that? Like, no, I did not know that.
I was waiting to see if anyone was going to ask me more questions. But yeah, that's something I realized when I became like a legal adult, I guess you can say, or whatever, is because my whole life, again, when I watch movies, I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
When I watch movies, I'm not just watching them like everybody else watches it. I'm like, all right, do I like the acting? Do I like what the director decided to do with the story? Do I like the cinematography? Do I like, like I'm literally picking apart every single thing without anybody have given me, it was just a natural thing. So like
I am an over analyzer when it comes to movies too, so that's something
right? Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Because I have to be sucked. I have to like. It has to be so like for me. I'm so picky. The story has to be so good that I feel like I'm in the movie. Like
I mean, that isn't too much to ask, though. That isn't too much to ask,
Yeah, that's how you know that it's a good movie when it sucks you in like that.
Right. Exactly. And I was always just so fascinated by that. And then I eventually got to the age where I was like, maybe I can learn to make them so that I can tell stories as well. So in my basically in my adult life or whatever, or my 20s, I surrounded myself around filmmakers, and I taught myself, and I had them mentor me, and they taught me things, and I learned how to think like a filmmaker. And now I incorporate that with what I'm doing with Mercury Wolf in the Wolf Dynasty. And also, it makes for a lovely collaboration whenever I collaborate with other filmmakers, because like I already know the language, and so it's just awesome.
And poking you, Ant. You want her on Light versus Dark. Stop fronting like you don't. You know damn well you do. Anyway, nah. But is any of like, do you have any like skits that you have done on your channel? Because I do watch it. I do watch your channel every once in a while, but there's so many reactors that I also keep up with that it's hard to.
No, it's impossible to see every single thing. Are you asking me? Do I have any skits?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
I have a few things that I put up. I'm not the funniest person out there, but I'm learning how to be. So, there we go. We're going back to that. We're going back to that. That's definitely something that you can say I've always wanted to be since I was young, but I felt like I never had a natural, like, whatever for it. I always wanted to be the funniest person in the room. And it's like, it doesn't always work out. So that's something that I've definitely been working on.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, if you ever upload like any, I mean, I got the notification button activated. But
there is this like little short film that I made earlier in the summer called Your Life is a Movie. And it's kind of talking about how like you lose inspiration in life, and then all you're doing is watching other people's creations, and then maybe smoking like a bowl or something, like for some people who do that. Like that's
me.
No, because that's what it shows. That's what it shows in the video. Like, and it's really realistic and stuff, and kind of like that inner dialogue that we have. And then you see Lady Mercury kind of pull me out of it, and then we like get back to the program. So I like that one a lot, even though it has very little views. But I think it should have way more views. So if you guys are listening, go to my channel and watch Your Life is a Movie. It's in the Wolf Wednesdays playlist.
Okay, and that's on Mercury Wolf, right? Not Mercury Reacts, right?
Yeah, but you're asking about the skits and stuff, and I wouldn't put skits on Mercury Reacts because I'm not trying to like bombard people with the wrong. Yeah.
Okay, so
obviously check out my reactions. I'm very exaggerated and have huge eyes. People like think that's funny.
Hey, I got a question because I typed in Mercury Wolf, and one of the first thing that pops up besides your, I think that did you make a song called "Fuck Boys"?
Yes.
Oh, that is you. Okay. Question. Now I'm really curious. What is that track? Like, what is it about? Because the title interests me. Fuck Boys, like.
Yes. Yeah, that was just like, a case of life art imitating life and stuff. And how do I say this? No, there's a lot to it, but like on a third dimensional level, like just on a simple like human level or whatever, it's like I'm tired of these fuckboys. I got no patience for them. I'm letting you know. So if you're a fuckboy, stay the fuck away. You know.
Hey.
There's that aspect, and then there's also like a spiritual kind of like mythological thing going on there or whatever for the people who want to get deep and stuff. Whereas like in the second half when I rap, the second half of the song when I do like a little verse and I'm rapping, like I'm basically owning up to the fact that you have to take responsibility for yourself and your actions. Even if the person was a fuckboy, you still have to like own up to the fact that you allowed the fuckboy to be in your presence. So
that's true.
And that's the truth for everybody. You can't just completely blame the other part. You got to be like, well, I allowed it. So
you got to take some responsibility for it.
Yeah, and you take the responsibility so that you can, not do it again. If you don't take responsibility, then you're just acting like a person who never makes mistakes, and that's just dumb.
You know, Merc, you know what I'm going to do? I actually want to react to Your Life is a Movie. I'm going to react to that if that's cool with you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that to my reaction list right now. Actually.
Cool. And
so, yeah.
What are you going to react to? No, I'm just kidding.
There she go, putting you on the spot again, boy.
And you should react to my Wolf Dynasty Saga video, please.
She's requesting a reaction, Aunt.
Okay, no problem. Let me put that. That's on the Mercury Wolf channel, right?
Yeah, and it'll be easy to spot because it's literally like the main video. Like I'm making sure everyone sees it.
The Moon of Wolf Dynasty. Okay, I see it.
It's seriously bae. It really is.
All right, cool.
Okay, so we pretty much touched upon, you know, your origins, what are your inspirations, your passions. Are there any more? Are there any further goals that you have for your channel? I'm pretty sure that, you know, there's other people.
Yeah, I mean, my goals were in my channel really, it's so funny because they're like targeted to myself. So it's really about me improving as a content creator, as a producer of video, as an editor. And I feel like in my own mind, like the better I get, the more it will grow. Because ultimately, yeah, I want to be a freaking YouTuber like that, like all day. Nothing would make me happier.
Yeah, and you know, and
besides being on tour consistently for Mercury Wolf, of course, like that's dope.
You know, the real unfortunate thing, and the thing is Merc, I want to say this right now on Reactor Radio, is that you do deserve a hell of a lot more subscribers than what you have, because of your talents.
Thank you.
No, you do. In fact, you deserve to be bigger than me and Ant put together.
No! Don't you ever say that, please.
Well, no, it's true. I mean, you have a lot of talent, and it's sad that you're not getting a lot of exposure. And there's a lot of reactors out there who do have a lot of talent like yourself that are not getting a lot of exposure, which is why, you know, me and Ant and Jay are trying to do this Reactor Radio, trying to give you guys more promotion. And
you guys are awesome.
You know, try to help reactors like yourself to really expand, man, because we really believe that, you know, reactors like you, Merc, will help grow this community and make this more legit.
That means a lot. Thank you, guys. You fine gentlemen.
You're very welcome.
Any comments, Ant, before we get into our final segment?
No, I'm actually very curious to see her thoughts on this final segment.
Okay, awesome. All right, so and just curiosity, how long has this show been going on for? Just curious, and we could edit this out too.
getting ready to hit 52 minutes.
52 minutes. We haven't hit the hour-long segment yet. Damn. Okay. You know what? It's okay. I guess we could talk about Wolf Wednesdays. Wolf Wednesdays. What exactly is that? Just like a vlog content that you created, or is that?
No, I actually do vlog on my main channel, but that's like, I upload it whenever I feel like it. Wolf Wednesdays is very specific to, like, it's all about freedom of expression, just creative expression, and I always end it like reminding everybody that I'm an expression artist. But yeah, just to give you maybe a little tiny like backstory, not get too deep in it, but I started doing it as therapy for myself, as creative therapy for myself, because I had all of these, I still do, I have these like projected goals, and I understand what it takes to get there. And so part of that was making sure the proper wheels were turning, like I mentioned. So if you actually go to the Wolf Wednesdays playlist and you start all the way from the beginning, and it's really only like 27 videos or something like that. It's really not a lot, but still. I began Christmas. I began Christmas 2015, so like a year ago. But anyway, if you go all the way to the beginning, you'll see that I'm just playing the piano, no lyrics, like no fancy editing, just like straight point and shoot. And what I'm playing is something that just kind of came to me at that moment.
Oh, okay.
And so,
Interesting.
So everything you see is basically freestyle. And then it just evolves. So like there's like a series of videos where it's just me on the piano, and then out of nowhere I'm singing. And then it's like me, with other musicians. And then it's like me being like beatnik style, and then just like, and then before you know it, I shot the Hungry video, which was actually a freestyled video. It's not like when I actually do an official music video, there's like more production, there's more money thrown at it and everything. This one was like literally conceived, shot, and edited in like 2 days.
Oh, wow. Just 2 days?
Yeah, and something that I would have only done something like that for Wolf Wednesdays, you feel me? Because like when it's an official music video, there's like at least a minimum 2 months of preparation before we begin shooting. But this was like, okay, it's Wolf Wednesdays this week. I mean, like every week, but it's like, okay, what are we gonna do for Wolf Wednesdays? Which is me talking to myself. And then I'm like, hey, we've been working on this new song, Hungry, and I'm loving it. Oh my God, music video! Like, and then I just kind of like lost my mind for 2 days, and Pluto hated my guts and everything or whatever. But we would push through it. I mean, I don't know, whatever. He's mine. But anyway, he's my brother. I could talk about him like that. But anyway, but anyway, we pushed through it and we put it out. I even like made him dance with me, even though he's not a dancer at all. And people love it. I mean, of course, there's an ad shot and everything, but people love it, and it's a fun song, and it's a fun little funny video or whatever. And then after that, it was like, okay, now what? And then I kind of just kept like pushing myself and trying little different things and just kind of like being really curious. And I feel like all of that led me to the Wolf Dynasty saga, and not the Wolf Dynasty saga, like in terms of the presentation that I'm now doing on YouTube. It led me to that. It has now led me to that. And Wolf Wednesdays, I'm not really sure what's gonna happen with Wolf Wednesdays. I want to keep it because it's so cute, but like now I just want to put my energy into more production. So that takes time and energy, and that means I can't be like shooting things out in 2 days.
That's so true.
It's true. You know what? Actually, I actually thought of another question real quick. If there's any reactor in the Reactorverse that you would like to collaborate with in the future, whether it's just reacting or doing something else on YouTube, who would it be, and what would you like to collab on?
Well, you were on my list, Demon Killer. So I'm kind of like living this.
Hey.
I'm kind of like living this. I'm living this manifestation right now. It's kind of cool. Honestly, how I feel is that if I had the opportunity to like collab with anyone who really loves what they do on YouTube, like that's all I care about. Like I just right now at this phase of my life, like I don't know, I'm a very baby YouTuber in terms of my views, and I mean in terms of my subscribers and stuff like that. So I just feel like anybody who wants to talk to me, I just feel like I'm winning at that moment, to be honest.
Honestly, if you want to know my
okay, wait, Shay would be cool. Okay, I'll throw it.
Shay?
Yeah, it'd be cool because he lives in Australia.
Shay's a homie.
Shay's the homie.
Yeah,
Shay's
lives in Australia. He's way different than me. I'm not Australian.
Shay, you hear that, Shay? You hear that, Shay? Wolf wants to collab, yeah?
I'm all about expanding knowledge, and part of that is like human interactions and human interpersonal like relationships and stuff. So like if I get to react with someone who is completely different than I mean, you guys are different than I, but at least we're Americans, so we have something that, but right. Someone who's like completely different than I in terms of like where they grew up and all that stuff.
I'm going to message him right now, and he's tell him that he's going to want to watch Reactor Radio. Hold up. I'm going to message him right now.
That's the homie right there. Yeah, we talk to Shay a lot.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. Shay's really, really cool. He's a savage, but he's really, really cool.
Yo, Shay. Hey, you're gonna want to watch the next episode of Reactor Radio, G. You were mentioned a little bit, bro. You're gonna want to watch that, all right? All right, there we go. Send that message. So
that's funny.
Awesome sauce. Well, all right. So we're gonna do the closing segment here, and begin to wrap up the show because I mean, unless you have any closing statements, Wolf.
Me?
Yeah, do you have any closing statements?
Yeah, I'm honestly really curious about this last segment. It seems like it's curious.
Yep. All right. So we ask every reactor.
Okay.
Every reactor who comes on the show. The segment is called Making a Remake. And we ask the reactors, like yourself, if there's any movie in history that you would want to remake, what would it be and who would you cast as the characters?
Oh, wow.
It gets them every time, Ant. Every single time.
I love this question. It's like a little like mini Screen Junkies movie fights moment.
Yeah.
So there's no fighting. Okay. Wow. Oh, okay. I'm really trying to think hard of a movie that bombed that I would like to see it remade better.
There's a lot of them out there.
Yeah, there's so many. It's like, which one do I? Oh dear.
I swear, every single reactor, they don't know what to say. Like,
no, yeah, I have one thing in my head, and they always say go with what's like whatever, but I just feel like I'm gonna sound so typical girl, and I'm not a typical girl at all. But
that much is clear.
Hey, say it.
All right. Well, I'll just say it because you know what? Otherwise, we're gonna just stay here longer, and then that's gonna be stupid. Okay. So I would like to see remade Gone with the Wind.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Who would you cast?
All right.
That is interesting, actually.
That I don't have the answer to, but hold on. Maybe we can figure this out. Okay. So, we got Rhett Butler and Scarlett O'Hara that need to be cast.
Right.
In terms of who, we need a beauty like Scarlett O'Hara with green eyes. Damn you, J-Law. Is it going to be you? Jace. Because she has green eyes, right? You can just make her hair black.
Yeah.
All right, and then Rhett Butler's got to be like this kind of like strong, tall, like dark, because he's got the dark hair and just like really put together, like no one. Man, if who can do that? Wait, there is someone who can do that. We got a lot of good actors now in 2016.
Well, bear in mind, though, it doesn't have to be an actor like...
Who's alive?
Well, I mean, it does have to be an actor that's alive, but it doesn't have to be like...
Yeah, because we're remaking. Yeah.
A new... Like, it doesn't have to be like a new actor that's 2016. You get me? Like, it could be an actor that's still alive that's been around for a while.
Well, I mean, it would have to be like this James Bond kind of a guy, like,
Oh, wait, I know somebody who's a great actor. Denzel Washington?
Oh no, get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Did you just pull that out of my head? I'm just saying, like,
he
can do that.
I can see him doing that. Like, what?
I was so thinking that. I was like, Denzel Washington is Rhett Butler. That's what I was thinking.
I can see that happening. See, I'm just saying, like, it's legit. You know what I mean? Like, it fits.
Okay, wait. Okay, so if it's Denzel Washington as Rhett Butler, then we really got to consider who's going to be Scarlett O'Hara.
Oh my God. I'm gonna let you handle that one.
All right,
I'm gonna let you handle that one.
Someone who could pass off as like a Southern Belle from Atlanta. Horses and carriages. I mean, there's it's hard to say. There's a couple of really beautiful actresses like Scarlett Johansson.
There's a lot of them.
Jennifer Lawrence and actually her name is Alicia Vikander. Do you know who she is?
Name does not sound familiar.
It should at this point. She was in Ex Machina. She was the she was
the machine? AI. The AI girl?
She was the AI.
Oh.
Yeah, and she was also in that movie about the guy who was the first guy who got a sex change or something like that. It's called
Oh, I remember reacting to that trailer.
Yeah, I remember reacting to that trailer too.
She's just so lovely. Like, she really has a way with her face. Like, she can really make her face look vulnerable. Yeah,
especially after watching Ex Machina. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, Ex Machina.
Because that was all about her face. Because, like, according to the movie, the rest of it was just straight, machine AI.
Yeah.
What was her name? I'm gonna look her up right now. What's her name?
Alicia Vikander. She's Dutch.
That movie is crazy. See, now you got me thinking about that movie. That movie
Vikander
is crazy.
B-Y, I believe there's 2 K's in it, and then Ander, Vikander.
Oh, her.
Isn't she lovely?
She is lovely. Very lovely. Very.
You can put green contacts on her if you want, and like have her lose a little bit of weight, so that she can be as tiny as Scarlett O'Hara.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see her pulling off that role. Yeah,
she's really good. Yeah, and she can do the different accents too and everything.
Okay, awesome sauce. Dope.
Yeah. As far as the rest of the cast, like, who cares? No. I mean, like, I'm sure they'll get it together. No, I don't know. As long as we got Denzel and we got Alicia Vikander, like that's it. Like everybody else is gonna be.
Everything falls into place after that.
Yeah, everything falls into place after that.
Okay. Well, Ant or Merc, y'all got any final statements, questions, anything before I do the closing here?
I don't know. We touched on a lot. We
Yeah,
touched
we
on
did.
things I didn't even think that we were going to touch on.
I have a question for both of you.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
What is your favorite day of the week?
Oh.
Ooh, see now, when I was in school, I would have said Saturdays.
Bro. But see, now things have changed because
Yeah.
my schedule like it changes. So it's basically my favorite day of the week is the last day of work. Like any day,
Yeah, any day I got off.
day that I know that I'm gonna have the next few days off.
Exactly.
That's my favorite day.
Exactly. Like I don't have a specific day anymore. So like you said, whatever day is the last day that I'm gonna work for like and be off for like the next 2 or 3 days, that's my favorite day, at least for that week.
Yeah, because when I'm at work on that last day, knowing that I have the next few days off, what I think about is smoking, YouTube, gaming, and chilling. That's what I think about. So like that is definitely my favorite day out of the week. Why do you ask that? What is yours?
I have maybe a few. I pretty much like every day, but my favorite days are definitely Sundays and Mondays. I just like the new energy of the new week. I thrive off of that. I also like one of those weird people who like waking up before everyone else, so I can like just like be silent.
You are an early bird. I will say that. And
Yeah.
on some real shit, when we were planning our collabo, I would message this girl because I wake up like at 4:30 in the morning, a lot of times from my morning shift at work, and I would message her, and I would think, she's probably not going to write back till this afternoon. No, I'm dead serious. 5 minutes later, she instantly responds, and I'm like, Merc,
Yeah.
what are you doing up at 4:30 in the morning? Like. I'm dead serious. When you wrote back, I'm like, what is she doing? Like, who wakes up this early?
You know who wakes up this early? I'll tell you, billionaires.
Oh,
That's true.
goddamn. She did cap me right there.
Yeah.
That's who I aspire to be like, financially speaking. So.
Damn right.
Okay.
So, sometimes, you want to be a cowboy, you got to wear the boots. So
That's
Damn, she capped my ass there. And I can't even.
yeah, I was about to say she got you on that one.
She did give me an L right there, bruh. Handed so many L's to me right there. All right, so I'm gonna close this episode up after I took that L. I ain't gonna let Merc to give me no more L's for today. Fuck that. So
you see how that wolf works?
I see how that wolf works. You ain't biting me no more. Anyway, if you guys haven't checked out either of her channels, again, it's Mercury Reacts. That's her reaction channel, and Mercury Wolf is where you'll find all of her extra content, such as musical, film skits, and vlogs, and other. Yeah, so make sure you go check out her channel, subscribe to her channel. That is, like I said, on my collaboration with her. That is my personal request. She's definitely a very talented reactor. I'm glad I found her, and I'm glad I'm friends with her. And I'm hoping that you'll grow into a much bigger channel one day.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the blessings. I wish the same for you guys, too.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Most of all, guys, YouTube, all the viewers who watch our episodes, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Help us unite the entire reaction community. This is DemonKillerScorp, Mercury Reacts, and Anthony Knight signing off.
Ow!
Peace.
Peace.